4th of October, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
Okay. I'm just going to get myself somewhat comfortable over here. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning, Rabbi. How are you?
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Good. Okay. So, what are we up to over here?
I have page 122, a second to the last paragraph.
122.
Consolation.
Consolation. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's another kind of consolation. That's where we're up to?
Yes.
Okay.
There's another kind of consolation. Like the statement of our sages, the misfortune of the many is a partial consolation. A person should consider that many people have drunk the bitter waters, and the flames have fallen upon the cedars, spiritual giants. Many great individuals and people of accomplishment have experienced the arrogant waters, many evils and misfortunes of all kinds. Go out, and one will find that all the different kinds of suffering beset the most righteous first. What man can say he is better than them? So, what is this arrogant waters?
Yeah, that's I think it's a pasuk in Tehillim, Maim Hazedonim. Azed. We have that language in the Lashon of the Alanisim by Hanukkah. Zaydim bi'ad oske sarasecha. That's the language that he has over here. Yeah, Maim Hazedonim. Yeah. So yeah, so I see, you see from if you open a Alanisim and a Siddur, you know, the all of the the language of Chazal is it makes opposites over there. Rabim biad ma'atim, the many were given into the hands of the few. Tameim biad tahorim, the ones that were tamei were given into the hands of the ones that were tahor. And likewise, zaydim biad oske sorasecha. So the zaydim were the ones that were the opposite of those who were osek in Hashem's Torah. So these are the mayim hazedonim. They are the mayim that are coming against the in this case the ones that are the most righteous of the nation. So it's
so I don't get the sentence. Many great individuals and people of accomplishment have experienced the arrogant waters, many evils and
Right.
misfortunes of all kinds.
Right. The main point over here, what he's saying is that this should be a nechama to every person, that will let the person think, hey, oh, this crisis is befalling me, or this tragedy, lo aleinu, is befalling me because of this is a further consolation. A person should realize even the most righteous people in Klal Yisrael also have experienced a tragedy and misfortune and all types of sorrows. That's what his point is over here, and that's supposed to be a consolation. He says in the end, he says, "Dok v'tishtak kol minei yisurim sheba'olam niftachu b'gedolim v'lo tov hu mehem." He's not is he seems to be making an implication that a person could feel that chas v'shalom, this what happened is not proper. It's not fair. It's not just. Well, what about when things like that happen to people that are they're much more righteous than us? Are we more so? What should we say if such a thing happens? What should a person who wants to complain that he doesn't deserve this? What should he say? Because it happened to this very righteous person. Is he more righteous than him, such that he should say he doesn't deserve to have this? That's his point over here. That's his point. So that's supposed to be a consolation. The consolation is that that's the midas adin. That's the midas adin. But the din is very exacting, and we see how exacting it is, that even the tzaddikim, the great righteous people, also Hashem finds with them as well, and therefore sends them these yisurim. He's quoting here a Sefer Chinuch. Sefer Chinuch says, Saras Rabim Chatzi Nechama. So the tzara of the crisis that happens to a whole to the majority of people, that itself should be a nechama. He's not the only one that this happened to. This is something that has befallen the rabbim, the majority. So that's half of his nechama right there. He should feel consoled that he's not being singled out. That's another thing. A person might think, why is Hashem singling me out for this type of these types of things that lo aleinu, we should say, that happened to him. He's saying, why is Hashem singling me out? Hashem is not singling you out. I mean, he is singling you out, but he's singled out a lot of other people also. You're not the only one who's been singled out. And when we talk about some of the types of people that have been singled out, there've been people who've been singled out who are much more righteous than this person who's thinking to complain about why is it that he's been singled out. So so that is his consolation. That's his consolation. Okay.
There is still another kind of consolation. A person believing with total faith that no evil descends from heaven. And whatever the All-Merciful does is for good. Even if Hashem takes the lives of some individuals, he anticipates and sees the end of all generations, and men's actions are accounted for by him. Therefore, a person needs to make a blessing on evil as he does on good, for one may be certain that Hashem has planned it to be good. Behold, Moshe Rabbeinu did not kill the Egyptian until he surveyed the future to see if any righteous individual would come from him. As well, the Holy One, blessed be he, restrained his anger towards Ammon and Moab for the sake of the two doves, Naamah and Ruth, that would eventually come from them. Just as it is a mitzvah to console others, so too it is a mitzvah to be consoled and to accept divine judgment with love. From whose hand did this tragedy come? From the one who is the Lord of the universe, master of his world, do with as he wills. We are his servants and his flock. We are obligated to give thanks and bless him for all things. An individual who accepts consolation from others, even more so from within himself, demonstrates that he is cogent. He has cogent intelligence, proper understanding, and total faith.
Okay, so so this is the consolation that he saved for the last. This is really the most basic of all of the consolations that there is. That if a person has emunah in Hashem, that he's the one who's in charge, and nothing can happen to him without Hashem making the gezerah that should happen, and that whatever Hashem does is for the best. So ultimately, this is it's all for the best. That's what he does is good. So that's why we even make a bracha. We say Baruch Dayan Ha'emes. And yeah, that's what he says. One may be certain that Hashem has planned it to be good. It's part of Hashem's plan. It's part of the Seder. Okay, then he goes and talks about Moshe Rabbeinu. I don't really, just thinking right now, what is he bringing Moshe Rabbeinu into this for? Moshe Rabbeinu didn't kill the Egyptian until he surveyed the future to see if any righteous individual would come from him. And so too Hashem does the same thing. That's what he did in regard to Ammon and Moab. Ammon and Moab, Hashem spared, so to speak, a more strict judgment fate for the sake of the two doves, Nama and Rus, that would eventually come from them. So what? Trying to figure out why he put this in here. He made a statement. Everything Hashem does is for the good, and Hashem plans everything out that it be good, and this would seem to be an example of that. But this is not talking about Hashem; it's talking about Moshe Rabbeinu. Then he goes and talks about Hashem. That was Hashem's plan to restrain his anger towards Ammon and Moab on account of the two doves. So that was the plan. Hashem always has a long-term plan, long-term plan, and we our problem is that we have very limited vision, so we don't see the whole plan. So to us, it might look like it's not good. But Hashem sees the big picture, and so he's planning it so that it should be good for the end. And it's a good, and this is part of the plan. So it's even good to know. I guess that's why he brought this with Nama and Rus, with Ammon and Moab. And Moshe Rabbeinu, he's saying even Moshe Rabbeinu did like this. He judged the Mitzri right now because of the future. What would be the ramifications of him killing the Mitzri right now? If there was a future for this Mitzri that one of his descendants would be a righteous individual, so then it would not be proper to kill the Mitzri. Even Moshe, even a person like Moshe Rabbeinu he understood this principle. You have to take into consideration the big picture, spanning generations, spanning hundreds of years, or even more, or even eternity, that Hashem can see, and everything that happens is with the big picture in mind, and it's all for the best. Okay. All right, so that's what he meant by that. But of course, this requires emuna shlema. This requires emuna shlema, and so that's what we have to. That's what we have to have. We need that every day. Okay, very good. A round of applause for Nechama, consolation.
Hooray!
Okay, let's go to Nedivus.
How good is the attribute of generosity? Good for heaven and good for people, good for oneself and good for others, good for this world and good for the next. It is a gift of Hashem and the nature of a person. There is a type of person whose soul yearns for and does great acts of beneficence. And there is a type of person who possesses an evil sickness, who lacks the ability to spend money on oneself to sustain his existence. Fortunate is the man upon whom God has bestowed good character. Nevertheless, one whose nature is bad is not exempted from his evil doing or the day of judgment. It is within the power of man, through his intelligence, diligence in the study of self-discipline, and continuous war and strategies, to transform his nature and to exchange bad for good. The gain is according to one's pain. A person must pour out his soul before God, that he should grant him a spirit of generosity.
Yeah, that's in the one of the Shabbos Smiros that we sing. Shabbos is a time of Ruach Nediva. That's the spirit of generosity. Okay, so
what is this? The gain is according to the pain. What's it?
Yeah, he's said this about 100 times, hasn't he?
Yeah. What's it referring to here?
Let's see the language in let's see the language in the official version. I think it's Lefum Sara Agra, which is the language of Chazal.
Right.
Let's see, what did I? Yeah, Ulafum Sara Agra. That's the language. So, what does it mean, Lefum Sara Agra? Let's try to translate the words without the translator helping us. But Lefum, according to Sara, according to the Tsar, the pain. Okay, the pain. Agra is the reward. In other words, so it's not. We're talking here about receiving scar. That's the word agra over here. Agra means scar, and it's referring to scar from Hashem. So Sarah is the difficulty, the trials and the tribulations and the downfalls and it's very difficult to change one's nature. This is what he's talking about over here. He says a person who's born with a Ruach Nadiva, he's born with a spirit of generosity, he's blessed. Hashem blessed him. He gave him a great present because most people are not like that. They're not born that way. But he says that a person doesn't have that naturally as part of his spiritual makeup. Doesn't mean that he's exempt from endeavoring to try to attain it, and he's capable of doing so. And here he says as follows. He says, and this is the words of Chazal, Lufum Sara Agra. There's two things that are involved in this. You know what? We're always used to thinking that, you know, the accomplishments and the results is that's what you got. You got something. if the person achieved and he transformed himself from being a stingy, miserly person to a generous and giving person, that's tremendous. But let's say he didn't do so. Let's say he did not succeed in doing that. Okay. Is that mean? Is that a proof that he's a total failure? And Hashem is going to ask him, why did you not achieve the level of being a generous and benevolent and giving individual? Not necessarily, because according to what these words in Chazal are, it says, you know what Hashem gives the reward for? Hashem gives the reward for the tzara, for the difficulty that a person attempts to overcome and deal with and try to improve. And so you get your reward for is for the amount of effort that you put into trying to make yourself a generous and giving individual. People are different. Some people have it naturally. They don't have to work on it at all. Is that person going to get reward for being a generous and giving individual? Not too much. Not too much. Why? Because he was given that by Hashem on a silver platter. What reward should he get for that? Well, of course, everybody knows that if you do, so then you get it. You do the mitzvah, you get a reward for that, right? But here, this Chazal is not saying you're getting a reward for doing the mitzvah. It says you're getting a reward for the tzara that you to do the mitzvah, to trying to improve one's character. It goes according to the effort. According to the effort, that's the reward that Hashem is going to give. The results and the outcomes and the accomplishments that he accomplished something, and he actually did make himself better. That's siyata d'shmaya. That's really Hashem's gift to a person. Some people get it when they're born, and some people don't get it their whole life, even if they work at it. It's very hard for them. It's very hard for them. But it's some people, we have no idea how hard they try to be to try to get this midah, to get this lofty attributes. So that's what this means over here. Lefum Sara Agra. It's not exactly the correct translation according to the pain is the gain. The gain sounds like, oh, you're like if you want to know the truth, according to the pain is the gain, that sounds like what we say in the Torah, it was the strength of my right hand and my great effort that I put into. That's what caused me to accomplish that. That's why I accomplished this great thing. That is basically kfira. Basically kfira. The accomplishment and the result is mina shamayim. Hashem may give a person as a reward for all of his efforts that he sees the fruits that he sees fruits from his labors. But that's a gift. That's a gift. Just like if he would get that gift when he was born like that. What did he do to get that gift when he was born? Can he pat himself on the back for that? No. So it's not really a correct translation to say according to pain is the gain. according to the pain and the efforts and the dedication and the perseverance is the Hashem rewards you. He's going to give you a tremendous scar for that, for the effort that you made. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to give you the result of the accomplishment of accomplishing. You may find some progress. You probably will find some progress because Hashem gives you siyata d'shmaya. He'll give you a gift for all of your effort, but it's not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. There's another chazal that says that a mitzvah that was done, if it was done with difficulty and under very trying circumstances, that mitzvah is 100 times more chashuv to and dear to Hashem than a mitzvah that was done without the adversity and the difficulty involved, even though both of them did the mitzvah. So how could it be that this mitzvah was 100 times better than that mitzvah? The mitzvah was exactly the same accomplishment. No, there's a lot more that Hashem pays reward for, and that is dear to Him than simply accomplishing something. Hashem, it pays for the trying and the efforts and the toil. Okay. Adkan, that's so. Oh, I see it's already 11:30. Okay.
Well, thank you, Rabbi.
All the best, Lou.
Gemara
Have
Chasima
a wonderful fast, and every single minute with all of the you'll keep telling yourself, oh, I'm not able to eat, I'm not able to drink, I'm not wearing the shoes that I'd like to wear, etc., etc., and I'm getting more and more tahor,
closer to Hashem.
And somebody said a very good thing yesterday. One of our colleagues, he said, it says in the Torah, it says Lifnei Hashem Titaru. That's the Rebbeinu Yonah brings it. That's what Yom Kippur is about. You appear before Hashem, and He will purify you. That's the accomplishment of Yom Kippur. But somebody said, I think he said it from a Rav. Doesn't matter if whoever said it. It's an excellent point. He said, you know what? It's simply what we say in the yeshiva world. We call it. It's a heichatimse. What does that mean? It's a heichatimse. It means it's just a means to an end. That's not the ultimate end. The ultimate end is not tahara. The ultimate end is, like you said, to want to come close to Hashem, and someone who's tahor, a siman of that is that he wants to come close to Hashem. So that's what we want. Okay.
Very nice, Rabbi. Thank you. Have an easy and meaningful fast.
Amen.
On Thursday, we're doing this Friday schedule, correct?
Thursday is the Friday schedule. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll see you in Hashem at 10:30 on Thursday.
Thursday, right? Thursday is Motzi Yom. Right. Okay.
You're okay with your sukkah?
Well, so far, we're hoping for the best.
Right.
Bez Hashem.
If you can't make it, then just let me know at the time.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All the best.